Hello everyone, this is just going to be a real quick vlog, in part because I haven't posted much of anything on my personal channel lately, and in part because on the Media Cows our PAX stuff is taking quite a while just to get together. That's largely a product of, you know, we're all gamers, we all have messed up sleep schedules, and sometimes they're not messed up in the same way, especially when we end up like, I think we all pretty much pulled 2 all-nighters, one on each side of PAX, so we're all out of whack in a lot of ways. So, I'm going to start with, like, mostly the general interest stuff, and then get to the more, you know, but my personal amazing things that happened. So, the coolest thing that I saw at PAX, I've gone back and forth on this a few times now, but the Oculus Rift is actually the most remarkable thing there, I think. This is a VR headset. Dev kits are going out as a result of a Kickstarter. Hey, Corey. How's it going? I'm good. My girlfriend Corey is just getting home. Corey, do you want to say hi to the internet?
Hi, internet.
Corey says hi, internet. I don't know how well you could hear her. The Oculus Rift, there's Corey, is a VR headset, and they had a Kickstarter to get development kits, and like the development kits themselves were like $250, $300 or something like that. There's not a whole lot of developer support behind it, but it's super early in its development cycle. We got to check this thing out running Doom 3 BFG edition, and I'll just start with the bad news. I got mildly motion sick, but like all that I had to eat that day was a convention center hot dog, and I ate it like 5 minutes before getting into a VR headset. Like, it's virtual reality. It's basically done. Like, someone figured out how to make virtual reality, and the first person that I've seen do a good job with that are the people making the Rift. Oculus is the company. So I don't really know that would be a persistent issue, or if that would be something that you get used to and it wouldn't be so bad the 4th or 5th time that you used it, or if it was just my stomach. But like, the motion tracking felt perfect. Like, it's literally you look left and your camera in the game looks left, and so the way that you were playing it, what we were playing it, is you had an Xbox 360 controller. I have one right here because that's what I play Dark Souls with. And you could move, you know, normally this is how you walk around. You didn't walk around like you walk around in real life. And your trigger was to shoot. And you also still had your right stick to look around, but they kept on saying, like, try to use that as little as possible. And it's like, okay, yeah, I wasn't. Like, I was still using it fairly often, but it was mostly just for right angle turns and, like, doing 180s and things like that. In general, whenever I was running into an enemy, it felt 100% more intuitive to just look at them and use that to aim. I felt like I was aiming better than I've ever aimed with a controller or a mouse and keyboard. And I pride myself a little bit on my mouse and keyboard accuracy. So that was the most remarkable, most amazing thing at PAX for me. The second is my favorite game that I saw there, Dishonored. As pretty much 30 seconds into the demo for Dishonored, it jumped up to my most anticipated title. Just because I loved the trailer that they had for it. I loved the brief, like, gameplay footage that I had seen before then, but I really underestimated how well that game was going to perform, just once you've got your hands on the controls, because in the past, Bethesda has, like, alright, like, I'm not saying anything bad about Skyrim or Fallout. Like, those are wonderful games, but they're wonderful games because of the world, and they're wonderful games because of the depth of exploration and how many awesome things there are littered around. To me, they're not awesome games because of the combat or because of the gameplay. Dishonored is an amazing game because of the combat and because of the gameplay. You've got different supernatural powers you can use to solve different problems. You can summon rats from the ground and have them eat people alive. That's awesome. You can blink, you can teleport at people and then, like, slit their throat from behind if they hadn't noticed you beforehand. Awesome game. Fortunately, it was my game of the show before I went to the amazing party that they threw, because otherwise I would be a little bit suspicious about whether or not my brain was just being bought by the awesome catered food and free drinks that they gave me. I'm actually at 1 second. I will be right back. Alright, internet, are you seeing this? Check this out. This is my favorite thing that I'm bringing back from PAX. This is from the Dishonored party, a hand-cut silhouette wood carving, or not wood carving, but hand-cut silhouette of myself, which is signed by Sean Day9 Plott, who I had a conversation with and who hugged me. Look at that. Look at his signature. More so than the actual, like, carving itself. This was just the best thing that I had. Like, I could have had him sign my badge, but it's kind of hard to, down the road, like, save a badge and keep it in good condition. Whereas a piece of pegboard, a lot easier. So yeah, Day9 is like my idol. If you haven't watched any videos of his, go watch anything that he's ever done, or go watch Day9 Daily number 100, where he talks about what video games mean in his life. If you're watching this, video games probably mean a lot in your life, and there's nothing wrong with that at all. In fact, that's amazing. It's great to have something that you're passionate about. I happen to be passionate about video games, so does Day9. You probably do too. So go check that out. Or like I said, absolutely anything he's ever done. He's an amazing individual. He's a StarCraft 2 commentator, if you don't know. Like, you know, the same way that there's football commentators or baseball commentators, only StarCraft 2 is way more exciting than either of those things. So in order to be a commentator at it, you actually have to be able to parse information and give analysis. Take that, conventional sports commentators. Boom! I'm just gonna sip my tea. One thing that you can go see on the Meaty Cows is Zombie U. You can check out our playthrough of that. What I can add to that feels as gimmicky as it looks, in all honesty. You might be able to get used to that and have it feel like that's how you're supposed to play a video game, but that's not how it feels on a show floor, that's for sure. It feels like you're looking at the screen just because the game tells you to look at the screen, rather than, like the idea is that you're supposed to feel like you're carrying around this cool little thing with you in-game around a zombie place. But, I mean, it's a slick way to manage your inventory and stuff. I'm not saying it's worthless or anything like that. I'm just saying that it feels a little bit clunky and gimmicky, but hell, everyone said that about the Wii as well, and that ended up being remarkably successful, didn't it? Other than that, I got to go to the Trials of the Xel'Naga thing, commentated by Day9, the first day of that. That was pretty cool. It was like StarCraft 2, competitive StarCraft 2, but it was in 2v2 format, and they also added a whole bunch of things to just dick with the players that people could vote on. That was a really cool event. As were the League of Legends regionals. Riot Games hooked us up with some, like, VIP second row seating. Boom! Good on you, Riot Games. Love me some League of Legends. And got to check out World of Warplanes by Wargaming. That is a fun game. I enjoy World of Tanks, but it's not usually what I end up playing right now. I usually end up going and playing some League of Legends instead. But that's a lot more of like a fun, like, drop in when you've got 5 or 10 minutes to kill and just shoot some tanks game. And World of Warplanes is, it's actually, I mean, I haven't really checked out a whole lot of mouse-controlled flight games, but it seems like it controls a lot better than I was expecting with a keyboard and mouse. They had joysticks set up there too, but I was like, I am not going to buy a joystick to play this game. If anything, I'd be playing on an Xbox 360 controller if I was going to use a joystick or something with a joystick. But keyboard and mouse, I'm a big fan of the keyboard and mouse, and that game controlled really well. Like, I was able to, like, dive bomb down, like, onto cliff sides and, like, pull, like, alright, someone's following me from behind. And what I do is this, right? There's, like, a mountain right here, and I managed to, like, swoop down like this around the mountainside, and then, like, kind of, like, curve back around it. Alright, I'm running out of things I can do with my hands. Which, you know, probably 90% luck, but I was able to do that with a keyboard and mouse in a flight game. That's pretty cool. I met Zach. Yeah, I'd never met Zach before. Zach's a pretty cool dude. We had the skinniest hug ever when I first met him. Neither of us have any muscle or fat, just pure bone with a little bit of skin over it. Minimal skin. So that was cool. Zach's definitely a cool guy. And that'll just about do it. Thank you for watching this. I will make a supplementary vlog if there's something I forgot about that I should really tell you guys, but I think that's about it. That's about PAX. I am moving starting tomorrow. This is still the old apartment, as you can see. Super pumped for a new apartment. Cannot wait. Gonna have, you know, like, my own little recording studio in the basement, which will be gorgeous, and I'll be able to record down there. I'll have super fast internet so I can upload stuff faster. And, I mean, hopefully it means that I ever see Corey, because, you know, I could see that being a little bit addicting, being able to record at any given point in time, but I'm sure we'll make it through. That'll just about do it, audience. See you guys next time.